guys, it's Glenn from Glenn's Car Collection, and we are driving the brand new Lexus IS 350 F Sport. Now the F Sport is a trim package, make it look like the F models. Unfortunately, this is not the IS 500 with the V8. This is the V6 with 311 horsepower and an 8-speed automatic. But the good news is this is rear drive. I really love the interiors on the Lexus. That's probably my favorite part about them. I like this steering wheel. You have a big infotainment screen. It's a little more difficult to use that compared to Audi and BMW. So you do kind of have to put up with that. Somehow my mirrors got moved here, and I'll adjust those mirrors. Handling is pretty good on this car because it is rear drive. It's not an M3. If you're looking for that kind of experience, get the M3. But if you're looking for a sharp looking luxury car that's very comfortable, has a really nice interior, you could do a lot worse than the Lexus. In fact, I would probably highly recommend the Lexus if you are looking for a car like that with those attributes. All right, so let's go through some S-turns here. The handling is pretty good in this car. It gets good gas mileage. It's very comfortable. It could use a little more power. I got my foot to the floor. So it definitely could use power. 300 horsepower sounds like a lot, and we'll put it in some sportier modes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this out to the highway, accelerate on the highway, turn around, come back. We'll pull over, we'll look at the exterior and interior, and then we'll take this mountain road one more time on the ride back. Start stop button is kind of in an awkward place up top, and the parking brake is hidden on the right side here. So when I got this car, it was hard for me to figure out how to release the parking brake. Now the roads are wet, so the traction control and stability control are working overtime. We're behind a Maybach, so with his weight and size, he's not hustling it through these turns. So you have everything you could want here, very easy to read. Some of the menus are a little more difficult than other cars. Now we could do in manual mode, get a little sportier where we could change the gears. It is a torque converter automatic, so don't expect a dual clutch like response. It is a 5-seater. It is very practical. It's got a decent sized trunk. So this, I definitely look at it being an everyday car. If you live here in the Northeast, you probably want the all-wheel drive version. Finally, the sun's coming out. All right. You know, you got great dealerships with the Lexus dealer network, great service. Lexus is always #1 in service, so you got a lot of good things coming for it. Very good resale value. These materials feel are so good and so soft to the touch. Even though this is just, say, the entry-level version, the IS, you really got very good quality of materials here. All right, and after pouring rain all day, we will have some sun. All right, now it gets really bouncy here, so this is not my car, so it's a real rough road at the end here, and you could definitely bottom out a lower sports car for sure. Some more dips in the road coming around this turn, so we'll just be careful. Now we'll accelerate on the highway. See what kind of power she has. Honestly, it's probably the slowest car I've driven all day. The Mach-E felt faster, but still a fun car nonetheless. You know, 300 horsepower. I remember I had a Corvette with 300 horsepower, and I thought that was the fastest thing on the planet. You know, I'll put it back in auto mode. And it's just not anymore with all these, you know, I've been lucky to drive 400, 500, 600 horsepower cars. So try it for yourself and decide. To me, 300 feels pretty slow, but for most people, I think it's more than adequate. And honestly, in everyday life, it's more than adequate. All right, so we're gonna go up to the next exit, turn around, loop around, then we'll pull over, we'll look at the exterior and interior. This is a noisy road, so we hear some wind noise now and some tire noise. But this is a Lexus, so it will be quieter than most cars. Speed is deceptive. I'm going a lot faster than I thought I was going. So driving this car at 50 miles an hour feels like you're going 20 miles an hour. All right, so we're gonna come up here and turn around. We'll signal left. It's a left-hand turn exit, so certainly not ideal. You really have to slow down to make this turn. And then it's gonna put us on the left lane on the other side, so we gotta be careful with that too. Here we go, brake, brake, brake. All right, and usually most cars will get into the ABS there because it is wet and slick today. All right, a lot of cars are coming. All right, so the road is clear now, so we will accelerate. Get a little noise now. Oh, I like how that turns. I like how the tachometer turned red. Wow. There we go. And there's different modes you can play with, comfort, sport. All right, we're gonna get off the next exit here, and then we will take a look at the exterior and interior. All right, so here it is, the Lexus IS 350 F Sport. Now this is a rear drive variant, and we have the 311 horsepower that I mentioned from the 3.5 liter 6. The F Sport is basically an appearance package, so it looks just like the F. Think of it as Audi S-Line or my BMW, the M Sport, the M340iX drive. Beautiful. This is a fantastic color combo. I typically, like the color blue or red, but it looks fantastic in this ice silver, I'll call it, and red interior. Really sharp looking car. Beautiful car. Probably one of the better looking cars on the road. I would even say it looks better than the 3 Series. What do you think of that big grille? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so let's take a look at the inside. Now, the back seat is a little smaller. I'm 6 feet tall, that's my seating position. So it is a little hard to get to the back. I really have to bend my head, and when I'm back here, there's not too much room, so I wouldn't want to be here that long. You have a really good view though from the front here, very luxurious. Everything is soft and nice to the touch. One of the reasons I went with my 3 Series was mainly because I needed a bigger back seat. The 3 Series is definitely a size bigger, especially in the back. All right, so they do have some cool cages here. You have all your buttons, front and center, your cruise control, your paddle shifters. Let me just adjust here. You have your heated and cooled seats. Infotainment's a little more difficult going through everything here. We can go into the different modes here. So we have an eco mode for gas mileage, eco with the blue. Then we can go into sport plus, which we'll do, and we'll take off. Parking brake's a little difficult. It's hidden over here. Everything in this car is very, very nice to the touch. The steering wheel, when I put my hand or arm over here, everything is nice and soft, really soft up here. You don't get any harder plastics until up here. Very bumpy road that we're on, and it actually handles the bumps probably some of the best of all the cars I drove today. It is not a sports car. If you're looking for an M3 experience but more luxury, this isn't it. But it is very comfortable car, very fun car, good looking car. It's going to be a reliable car. It's going to have good resale value. When you go to sell this car, you always have a buyer. It's a very reliable product. People love Lexus, and for good reason. All right, so we're going to turn around here. We'll get to do another acceleration on the highway, and then we'll take that mountain road back. So we'll get into the brakes here. Not much travel on the brake pedal. I'm actually surprised. I think my BMW pedal goes a lot further down. All right, we'll get into the ABS a little bit there. Now it's lacking a little bit in power. It has a decent 0 to 60 time, but all right, so now we'll accelerate. There you go. I like how the tachometer turns red as you get closer to red line. It's deceptive speed though. The acceleration isn't fast. You look down and you're going much faster than you think. Just like every modern car. All right, so we're going to take it in the twisties up here. and then we'll end the video. So remember, if you like me reviewing cars, the way you can help me doing it is subscribe, like, and share this video so our channel can grow. And as always, leave a positive comment below. Would you rather have this, or would you rather have the BMW? Let me know in the comments. Very fun car to drive. Now, as I said earlier, we're driving the rear drive version, so it's definitely more fun. So you have plenty of passing power. We're driving the rear drive version here, so it's definitely more fun than the all-wheel drive, but I can see, living in the Northeast, realistically, I would want one with all-wheel drive. All right. Now, handling isn't as good as the BMW competitors. I do feel more body roll. It doesn't change direction as easily. But this will be cheaper and easier to maintain for sure. It'll cost you less over the ownership. You know, you don't see Lexuses at the track. You can definitely probably do a couple track days with your BMW 3 Series, but here you're getting a 6-cylinder where I think the equivalent would really be, you know, the M340iX drive is going to cost more money. It's going to minus $67,000. So if you're competing really with a 330 here, you're getting a 6-cylinder instead of the 4-cylinder turbo that the BMW has. The BMW definitely has better handling though. Now it is smoother over the bumps here on these same roads that I drove the BMW. We just drove the 430 convertible, and I would say the suspension is softer on this car. This car I could probably drive long distances and come out a little more refreshed than the BMW. Now here will be the test right here with the S-turns. So we do have some more body roll. We do have some more understeer with some stickier summer tires. I think you can mitigate some of that. Here comes an M4 right at us, and a Polestar on the almost going off the road. It's scary when somebody drives fast and they can't stay on the road. He literally almost dropped a wheel in the ditch there. So it's actually handling pretty well. I think you could definitely still hustle this car. It's not like Lexuses of old that kind of really fought you when you tried to and fell apart, LFA notwithstanding, when you really try to hustle them hard. Now here is a 90-degree turn. It's definitely more fun because this car is rear drive. There's definitely a delay when you get on the gas. You do have to trail brake a little on these corners to keep understeer at bay. But I would say it's normal understeer. It's not a huge amount of it. So here we're going to brake. We're going to keep on the brakes and trail brake just to get grip on the front. Back to the accelerator. Back on the gas pedal, looking ahead through this turn. Being in sport mode, it's holding us in gear, which is a good thing. All right, and then we're going to have a last basically 180-degree turn here, and we will end the video. So thanks again for watching, guys. Leave me a comment below. Would you take this or the BMW? Remember to like, share, and subscribe. The more subs I get, the better cars I can review. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.